So even though being a founder, being in business has taught me a lot about finance, creatives, and the whole idea, the whole hustle of operations and scale, I think there is a big chunk that I'm still missing out till date. And this is that phase, my dear gents, when I need to introspect and fix the very fundamentals at the very first place. And yes, it is the art of assertive masculine confidence. Gentlemen, I don't seek an overtly loudmouth verbal confidence. I rather seek a grounded, clear confidence where you don't shout, you don't react, you're not afraid, you stand your ground and make your points felt. Alright gentlemen, so what if I tell you that I am not a confident man? Yes, what if I tell you that amidst all these suits and muscles, amidst all this aesthetic and masculine success or material success, I still suffer from an internal, introverted, anxious imposter syndrome every time. Now for some of you this might not be a surprise, but for the rest of it, this my friend, this is my redemption arc. You see, the primary reason I got into self-improvement, the primary reason I got into weightlifting, fashion, fitness, social dynamics, everything that there is was to build my inner strength, was to build my inner confidence and to put me out there being my very best version. But of late, that hasn't been quite happening my way. Of late, I haven't been feeling in control. Of late, I haven't been my most confident self. And now, I'm sick and tired of the same. So, here's to killing the nice guy within, here's to take control of our internal settings, and here's to rebuilding ourselves into a much improved version 3.0. Gentlemen, my name is Mayank Bhattacharya. This is Life Essentials, Men's Essentials. Let's roll the intro. Now hey, I do understand that feeling confident, this whole process is going to take you a while, but if you do want to look confident, if you want to have a confident presence per se, then my friend, do not forget to go to teamybasics.com and try out our sexy polos, beige and black signature polos, our sexy Oxford shirts, linen shirts and crew neck t-shirts, now available at a crazy discount because you'll use the code Hind10 at checkout. Okay, so first thing first, I am a nice guy. I have always been and I have always suffered being one. Now be it with women, colleagues or people in general, I've always been that overtly sweet, overtly non-confrontational and passive guy, and this has cost me a lot. It has cost me my confidence, it has cost me lost control, and it has cost me a lot of mental setbacks that shouldn't have happened at the very first place on floor. Now, to what I remember, the very inception of it could be dated back from my teenage years, and it was probably due to severe low self-esteem or the anxieties I have had with hot people around. I never thought in my life that I could be actually dating hot chicks because I thought I was always not worth it or not good enough or not qualified enough to be with somebody that attractive or charming. But hey, life happened, fingers got burnt, and I learned my lesson. I worked hard on it, I conquered my anxieties, and eventually I realized this very factual truth that hey, it's not all that foreign, it's not all that very weird. Yes, I learned how to not be a desperate. I learned how to build my self-esteem, and I learned how to not be walked all over, be a pushover. I learned how to not simp. I learned how to build my self-esteem. I learned how to regain my self-confidence and start believing in my very own skin. I found my emotional balance. I found my emotional independence, and it was all done from the very ground zero. You see, I am a city boy, but unlike most of the city boys you would see around, I am an introverted city boy. I like my own space. I like my own pace. And whenever life pushes me around these corners, whenever life throws me out of my space or my desired pace, I lose confidence, I lose self-belief, and I get severely anxious. The perfectionist inside me tries to take over, and I put myself in undue performance pressure without anybody's asking. Now, although this may sound very productive and creative to some, I am not fit for it because I run a couple of small businesses, and these businesses deal with blue-collar laborers and blue-collar workers. Now, these guys are tough, raw, and very unfiltered people. No amount of my intellectual jargon or IQ is going to please them. They demand a certain level of assertiveness. They demand a certain level of desi danda to get the job done. Now, intellectual brevity and competence was something I think I was raised for, or something I was very well trained to do in my life. But this desi danda bit was something very foreign that I had to come in terms with once I got my hands dirty being in the world of blue collar business. Because the way I was, the way I still am, too soft, too kind, and too fucking non-confrontational, well, these things aren't really rewarded very well in that sector of career or business. So even though being a founder, being in business has taught me a lot about finance, creatives, and the whole idea, the whole hustle of operations and scale, I think there is a big chunk that I'm still missing out till date. And this is that phase, my dear gents, when I need to introspect and fix the very fundamentals at the very first place. And yes, it is the art of assertive masculine confidence. A confidence that isn't limited to dating, women, gym, or style and fashion, but a confidence that is rather more internal, rooted, grounded, and clear. Gentlemen, I don't seek an overtly loudmouth verbal confidence. I rather seek a grounded, clear confidence where you don't shout, you don't react, you're not afraid, you stand your ground and make your felt. Think of something like John Wick. Now, unlike the previous self-improvement arcs where I had to do it all by myself, be it fitness, fashion, social dynamics, whatever it may be, this time around I think I'll need some help. It could be coaches, mentors, gurus, therapists, I don't know, but I'll need some help, and I would want to seek the help because it will only speed up my process in becoming my very best version. Because my idea, my philosophy, my concept to self-improvement is quite simple. The faster I begin, the more mistakes I'll make, and the more mistakes I'll make, the faster I'll grow. But the thing is, when I am in the process of making the mistakes, at times those mistakes can be a bit too harsh for me to snap back and get back to life and keep improving. It is for those harsh times of self-improvement where I'll probably need some external help to keep me accountable and to keep me grounded. Because honestly, after all these years of creating self-improvement content, helping you look good, feel good, talk well, and do all these crazy things, I think this is that one particular arc that I am yet to master, and therefore this is that one particular arc I'll be documenting and sharing more about on this present channel. How do you not get bullied or taken advantage of by your manager, by your colleagues? How do you not get gaslighted or bullied by your husband, your partner, your girlfriend, or just in general? This is going to be a documentation of it all, because I really think it's high time I get a grip on it for myself. So welcome aboard, gentlemen. The next few months or years are going to be very challenging, very uncomfortable, and very confrontational, to say the least. But that's how we are going to grow and get a grip on our thoughts, our mind, and thus the material world around in the due time. If you, my friend, are a city boy like me, if you, my friend, are someone just as non-confrontational, just as passive, and just as nice as I have been all my life, then I hope this ongoing series slaps you out of your misery and makes you accountable for your own growth, improvement, and success. Because gentlemen, if there is anything I have learned over the years of self-improvement, over the years of trying to build the best fucking polos and getting myself to my best shape and doing everything that I could in terms of getting over anxiety, is that these problems don't define us and they don't need to stay around forever. If we want to, and when we want to, we can always get rid of them, we can always get a grip on them and get back to us living a wholesome, happy being. If you can do it with one part of your life, you can do it almost with every walks of your life as well. Now, hey, I do understand that feeling confident, this whole process is going to take you a while, but if you do want to look confident, if you want to have a confident presence per se, then my friend, do not forget to go to teamybasics.com and try out our sexy polos, beige and black signature polos, our sexy Oxford shirts, linen shirts, and crew neck t-shirts, now available at a crazy discount because you'll use the code JAIHIND10 at checkout. Use the code JAIHIND10, you'll get a special discount because you are watching my videos in so long. And this is why I do this is why I create the brand, this is why I even made the products, was because it was very hard for me to find confident clothing for myself. So whenever you would wear a Team Basics clothing, it may not make you look very fashion forward, very trendy, but it will make you feel a hell of a lot more confident than what you did 5 minutes before you wore your TME Basics. That's my absolute guarantee. If that t-shirt, if that shirt does not do it for you, write us an email saying, Mayank, I wore your signature beige polo t-shirt. It didn't make me feel confident. I don't know what to do with it. We'll take it back. We'll refund your money. We wouldn't be bothered by it. But I'm very sure that won't be the case. We have designed it. We have made it to make you feel and look your most confident self. While I document my process of regaining my confidence and getting a grip on my thought and my emotions and my anxious self, you don't forget to get a grip on your sense of style, presence, and fashion, my friend. Head over to teamybasics.com, use the code JAIHIND10 to get a special discount. For now, I'll take your leave. I'll keep you updated. You don't forget to dress sharp, stay strong, and stay stylish. Jai Hind, take care. Bye.